Assalamu alaikum everyone. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Mohammad Aki. Today we are going to analyze a series and data frame and perform different operations on it. This is my Kaggle notebook. I will provide the link of this notebook in the description and you can access it. So first let me import a data title practice data. First you have to give the name of the file, like whatever name you prefer you can give it. I will browse the file now. Let me import this test file. So let me create the file. The file is imported here. Let me refresh. Yeah, now it is uploaded. So now you can see the test file here. Let me copy the path of the file here. So let me set up the section. So we have started the section. First let us import the pandas library using the syntax pandas, sorry, import pandas has pd. Pandas library is imported. Let us read the csv file. So to read the csv file we use the syntax pd dot read CSV. So if your file is JSON or .xml, you can give here uh, JSON or Excel. So my file is .csv. I will give CSV here, and I will paste the path here. See, the first five rows and the last five rows are important. The first five rows are head, and the last five rows are tail, basically. So let me store it in a variable data, and let me call it data. And now we'll create the series and data frame using this data. To create series we can use pd dot. So series is represented in one dimension, so we can take a single column from the above data. So let me take week here. I'll give column name as an argument. So here series is created. Let me give put it in a variable s. Let me call it s. So if you want to check whether it is a series or data frame, you can use python inbuilt function type s. Here you can see it is a series data structure. So let me create data frame pd dot data frame. So we use pd dot data frame to create the data frame. I'll pass the data here. So we know the data frame is represented in two dimensions. So we can give the file here the total data we can give, all total columns we can give to the data frame. So let me store it in the variable df. Let me call it df. So by default, first five rows and last five rows are displayed here. So you can check the type of the variable df typ type df. So it is a data frame. That's data frame. So let us analyze the series data structure and perform basic operations on it. So if you want to see the shape of the series, you can use function shape. So series is represented in one dimension. So only rows, the number of rows is displayed here. So what if you want to see the data type of the column of the series? You use the function s dot data type. Sorry, it is d type actually. D type. So here you can say it is int. Yeah, it is. Yes, it is int 146, 147. It is an integer. So what if you want to see the missing values? We can use the function isNa. Missing values. To see the missing values, we use the function isNa. So s dot is now. So it returns boolean values. What if you want to return the sum of the missing values, the total number of missing values? For seeing the total number of missing values, we use isNa, and we will put dot sum. So So here there is no missing values. It is showing 0. If there are any missing values, the count of the missing values is shown here. So slicing, next we will perform slicing on the series. So let us give a square brackets and 0. So this index will help to show the first row of the series. First row. So if you want to see the 10th row, you can give 10. If you want to see the 11th row, you can see here. Or any number you, any index value you can give here. That row will be shown here. So what if you want to see certain range of rows, like from 10 to 20? So here starting is 10 and ending is 20. So from 10 to 19 is displayed, 20 is excluded. The last, whatever the last value will give, it will be excluded from the range. To see certain range of rows. So what if you want to see the rows after certain row, like after 10th row, if you want to see all the values, you can use the syntax after the index, after the index values. The values after this 10th index, you can see here. What if you want to see the values before the index, like values before 10 index, 10th index? So here you can see the last 10, the 10th value is excluded from the series of rows. So to see before index values, these are the four different slicing techniques. You can use different techniques also. You can Google it, and you can apply different slicing operations. So let us check the unique values. To see the unique values of this series, we will use the function s.unique. Unique. You will get all the unique values. First, to get the number of unique values, you can use n unique. It will show the number of unique values. So 10, there are 10 unique values. What are the 10 unique values? They are 146, 147, and go on, so on, 155. So it will show total unique values. It will display the unique values. So what if you want to see the count of each unique value, like each unique, how many times the each unique value is repeated in the series? You can use the function s dot value count. Sorry, value counts actually here. Count. So 148 is repeated 3332 times. Similarly, how many times the unique values are repeated is shown here using the function value counts. So to show repeat repetition of each unique values. So unique values, count of unique values. So we have completed it. So let us apply arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. So I will apply. So I will add plus to the series. Let me add 1 to the series. Yes, plus 1. You can simply like, you can give. Now you can see 147. So 146 is converted to 147, and the last value is 156. Here you can see the 150, the last value is 155, but here last value is 156. The one is added to that. So what if you want to give? So it's addition, adding. So let us see the multiplication. Yes, into 2. So it is double, 155 double 310. Here 155, here 310. Similarly, you can apply division and mod also. Different operations you can perform on this series. So you just try it on. So let us apply conditional operations. Like now you can see the whole series. What if you want to get the values series greater than like equal to 146, all the values equal to 146? So you are written here, boolean values are written. So if you want to get the values, you can use s equal to 146. It's used to show values, then 146. We'll return the values, and here boolean values are returned. Similarly, if you want to return values greater than 146, you can get it. Values less than 147. Less than 147 is 146. So similarly, like you can, these are all the different greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. You can try it on like what is left over, less than or equal to, greater than or equal to. Try it. You can see not equal to also. We'll try. You just try these three different conditional operations. Let us see the mean, mode, median values of this series. Is that we all know that we use the function mean to return the mean of the series. So the mean of the values, the mean of the series is 150 point some value. So we all know that mean is defined as sum of values divided by number of values. So let us see the mode and median of the series. Is that mode? It will return the most repeating value. So 148 is the most repeating value in the series. Shows most value. Yes. Now let us return the median value. Now let us return the median value. Median will return the most. Basically it will return. Now let us return the median value. So now let us print the median value. Median. So median value is like it is the mid value of the whole series. 150 is the mid value of whole series. The mid value of the series. So we have written the mean, mode, median. So let us see the standard deviation and variance of the series. We will use std function to return the standard deviation of the series. S dot std. So let us see the variance of the series. We use s dot var. See the variance of the, sorry, how to do this bracket. So 8.2029 is the variance of the series. So it will give the distance of values, mean value, and variance gives the distribution of data. Series, you can take series, how much far it is distributed, the series. So let us analyze these are all the different functions and analysis of the series. Now let us see the data frame and perform different operations on the data frame and analyze the data frame. So let us see the first D is not defined, df, actually df, it is df. So it is the, so by default it will return the first five values and the last five values. What if you want to see the head values? So here you can use dot head also to see the first five rows. So actually I didn't tell you here. So, sorry. So s dot head to see the first five rows of the series, and s dot tail to see the last five values. So here you can give any value, like if you give the 10 value, you can see the first 10 rows of the data. series data, or you can give 12. You can see the all 12 rows of the series, first 12 rows. And what if you want to see the last 10 values? You can give the 10 here, 10 number in the tail. So by default, if you won't give any number, it will show last 5. Here is dot tail, it will show the first 5 rows. Shows first 5, shows the last 5 rows. Similarly, in data frame also we can use the head and tail to show the first 5 rows and the last 5 rows. So df, let me show you. Df dot head, it will show the first 5 rows. Similarly, you can pass 10 here to see the first 10 rows. We are not giving any value here. We'll return the first 5 rows. 5 rows. It's first 5 rows. Similarly, to see the last 5 rows, you can use tail function. Returns. So it will return. So it will return the last 5 rows of the data frame. 5 rows. Now let us see the uh, data type of the data frame and the null values present in the data frame. To see the data types of each column, we use the function d types, df.d types. It will return the total columns data types. Like first column is int, second column is int, third column is int, fourth column is int, and the fifth column is float, and the remaining all columns float and int. It will return the data types of columns. Now let us see the missing values. So let us see missing values here. We'll remove missing values from here. So now let us see the unique values of each column. df niq and unique, I think so. So for so unique is used only for the single column. So if you want to see a single column, like I'll show you. So here center id. Let us say checkout price. So unique is only used for single column, not for the whole data frame. So let us see if any unique is supported for that. So here you can see total number of unique values of each column here displayed. Total number of unique values of each column. So if you want to see unique columns of unique values of each column, you can use for loop. I think so. For I in range data dot sorry, for I in data dot columns, print data I dot unique. Let me print here I comma. So we'll represent each column. So id has these all unique values. Week has 10 unique values. Center id has some x number of unique values. These are all unique values of center id. And let me take this print. So these are all the unique values of each column. So you can use for loop to see unique values of each column. So here we only displayed the total number of unique values of each column. So what if you want to see the count of each unique value? Like I will show you. Df dot value count. So we will use for loop. I think change. So print. Sorry, if series object has no attribute value counts here actually. So you can see here the repetition of each unique value. Like here, if you have the week column has 10 unique values, and repetition of each unique value is shown here. And the next, you can see week id, sorry, it is week on, it is center id. So you can see the repetition of each center id in the column, and mail id, the repetition, checkout price, base price, emailers of for promotion. So 0 and 1 is two values only is present in this column. So 29,923 times 0 is there, and 1 is 2,650 times. So likewise you can see the total repetition of each unique value. So it will return the total repetition of uh, repetition of each values, sorry, unique values. So now let us see. So let me make here I, so you can get idea. And print. So now it is separated. So this is for id, and this is for week, and this is for center id. Now you can differentiate it. Number of unique values we have seen it. So number of this null values we have seen. So what if you want to see the null values? Data dot is null dot sum. Sorry, is null dot sum. So you can see here there is no null values in the any column. Like id has no zero values, or any column doesn't have any null values or missing values. We can use is null dot sum for the total columns. So we no need to separately take each column and check whether the missing value is present or not. So at a time you can use is null dot sum and see the number of missing values in the data frame. So let us see the mean, mode, median of the data frame. Df dot mean. So it will return the mean values of each column. Like the mean value of id column is 1.2, and the mean value of week is 1.5. Likewise, all columns mean value is written here. So similarly, mode, median is. Now let us return the mode and median value data. So df dot, actually mode doesn't work properly with the data frame. So here you can see mode value for homepage featured 0 is the mode value, but here it doesn't work perfectly. So let us avoid it. Let us see the median value. So here you can see the mid value of each column. So let us see the standard deviation and variance. So here we'll give the mean value of each column. So df dot mean will return the mean values of each column, and df dot median returns the median value of column. So here mode to how to see the mode of each uh, column, it is your homework. Simply you can use a for loop and you can see the mode value of each column. We just try out. So let us see the standard deviation data dot std. We'll use std function with standard deviation of each column, and variance of each column is displayed by, sorry, here it is df actually. And to get the variance of each column you can use df dot var. So these are all the variants of each column. I think I have shown the median and variance. No, I didn't show you. Fine, okay. So you can use df.std and df.var to display the standard deviation and variance. So it displays the standard deviation, and it displays the variance of data. So let us see the maximum minimum value of each column. Df dot max. So it returns the most. So df dot max returns the maximum value of each column. Max value of each and df dot min function will return the minimum value of each column. Min value of each column. Where you can see the minimum value of each column. So what if you want to see, so for separately we are giving standard deviation function, variance function, or median or mean, different inbuilt functions we are using to get the values of mean, mode, median. What if you want to get all this min value, maximum value, or the standard deviation, median value, mean value, number of values in the each column. So you can use the describe function to get all these statistical data. Like you can see df dot describe. Describe returns count, mean, standard deviation, minimum, and 25% of data, 50% of data, 75% of data, and maximum value. So you can use describe. You can use df dot describe to get all the statistical information in a single syntax, like df dot describe. Arithmetic. So let us see the arithmetic operations on data frame. So here our df data frame has all integer values. So if you apply arithmetic operation like into 2, it will be applied to the all columns of the data frame. So if you it throws the error when you have the string value in any of the columns. Like whenever you have the single column with the string value, you can't apply this arithmetic operations on the whole data frame. It will throw an error. So for that you should call each column separately and apply these operations, arithmetic operations like base price. So you can call a column using data frame name and dot column name also. Diff dot price. Sorry, price. So you can call like this also. Like you can't don't want, if you don't want to give in the square brackets directly, you can call like df dot base price, and you can apply operations on it. So the all values are doubled, and you can add the 2 to the value. Similarly, you can apply multiplication, sorry, division and mod. So we don't perform arithmetic operations on data frame. Logical operations, if base price. So here the base price is base price column is written. What if you want to get the base price values greater than 100? So here boolean values is written. To return the actual values, we will use this index. So you should give the logical operators in the square brackets of data frame name. So it will return all the columns greater than 100, base price greater than 100. So the returning of all columns is dependent on the base price. If the base price is greater than 100, the all other columns along with the base price is returned. So similarly, you can use other column also. Let me show you the cell. Control C. So you can pass another column here using logical operator. Base price greater than 100 and week equal to 145. Let us take 146. 146 equal to 146. So this is the syntax to return. So this is the syntax to return the values where base price is greater than 100 and the week value is 146. It will return the row values where the week price is 146 and the base price is 100. If you want to give 147, you can give here, and it will return the values, week values with the 147 values and the base price greater than 100. So you can add any number of columns here using logical operators. So here you can give any number of columns and use the logical operator to return the rows. So you can try on. Let us add and remove the columns of the data frame. df dot drop should give the column week. So here week column is removed from the data frame. So you can use the drop function to remove the column in a data frame. Remove column from data frame. So here first for the drops function, we will give the column name first here, and then we'll give whether it is a row or column. So what if you want to delete two or three columns at a time? You can give the column names in the square bracket. Like I will give the center ID. I'll paste here. So here both week and center ID is removed from the data frame. Next we will see, sorry, adding and remove columns. So if you want to add the column in the data frame, you can use like here. I should give the df. Now we can see df. Sorry, let me let me add df. We show it first df. So there is no week column or center id column in the data frame. So what if you want to add this week and center id from the data which you have imported? So from this data we'll add the center id and week id. So here data has week and center id. We will add these both columns in the data frame. Let me add it. df week equal to data. I'm giving the data week column here. Sorry, spelling mistake. Sorry. Sorry, week spelling is week. My bad. So now let us print the data frame. So here you can see week is added at the end of the data frame. So let us add what we have here, center ID. We'll add center ID now here. Control C. Data. Now the center ID column is also added to the data frame. So here you can see week and center ID column is added. So like this you can add the columns to the data frame. You can use the drop function to remove the columns from the data frame. So here adding and removing of rows is your homework. Just google it and you can see. So easily you can google it and you can perform that adding and removing of rows. So if I did teach you everything, you can't get everything. So you should try by yourself some. You should try one or two functions by on your own by googling it. Now let us change the data type of a column. So we'll use hash type function to change the data type of a column. df dot hash type string. So now the data type is converted into object. So object refers to string actually. So after performing the operation, either it can be arithmetic operation or changing the data type of the column, or you are performing any type of like mapping or any type of activity you are performing on a single column, you should give the operation, like you should assign the operation to the column name like this. You will assign it, the whole changes made into permanent. Like if you see here, I called it, it changed into object. The integer column type is changed into object, but you can see df. So here still it is an integer value. What if you want to make the permanent changes? Like you can simply give the operation or any changes to the column name, like week. So the change is made permanent. Now, so these are all the different operations and analysis of series and data frame. So I have mostly showed all the operations and analysis of the series and data frame. And you can check out any YouTube channel again, or any website. You can type like different operations performed on series and data frame, and you can search like more than this. If any different operations are applied on series or data frame, you can check out and you can practice that operations. So if you like the video, please like the video, share, and subscribe my channel. Thank you.